the most improved player in the whole of the Rugby League out on the right wing, Jason Robertson, a veteran of great games, Joe Lydon at number 3, Andy Farrer looking for his first appearance at Wembley at number 4, and Martin Afire, that fantastic try scorer, out on the left wing. Frano Botica kicking goals like a machine as at stand-off half, and the leading try scorer Sean Edwards at scrum half. In the front row, Kelvin Skerritt, Martin Dermott, and the new Great Britain captain Andy Platt. In the second row, Dennis Betts and Phil Clark at 11 and 12, and Dean Bell, the Wigan captain, is turning out today at loose forward. Subs for Wigan today: Sam Panapa, play everywhere Sam, and Neil Cowie, who will be looking for new honours in this game after his early games at Rochdale. Peter Fox had a bit of a headache with picking his team. He's been having trouble with his £140,000 buy. Derek Fox, he's not been showing the greatest of form. Got hurt kicking off here in a previous final, but he's turning him out today. Had a little trouble as to whether he was going to have Fox playing or Watson would be at scrum half. However, Watson is turning out at full back, and on the right wing is Simpson. Tony Marchant, another veteran of the game, is at number 3, Darryl Shelford at 4, and Tony Anderson out on the left wing. Neil Summers at stand-off half, and Derek Fox coming in was out on the ground early before the warming up, testing out his groin. So Derek Fox is at scrum half. In the front row, Hobbs, who's been to Wembley with Featherstone and was in the last cup side to beat Wigan at Oldham. David Hobbs, captain, at number 8. Brian Noble at 9, and John Hamer at 10. The second row, Roy Powell and Carl Furbank, and Paul Medley turning out today at loose forward. And Northern substitutes are Taylor and Heron. So all is set for a tremendous battle. All to play for as Hampson, low, hard into the in-goal area, trapped, bounces off his foot. Wigan move up quickly, I've no doubt. And Wigan will come out into the tackle as they did against St Helens. Hurling them back, tearing in hard. Players got this extra room to move. Powell coming in, and he's bounced down. Wigan all fired up, as they were in that fantastic game against St Helens. Ball tight among the Northern forwards as they try to fight the way out of the 20-metre area. Looks it was set up for the kick. Little jink. Kick through, it's coming to Hampson. Traps it, bounces awkwardly off his foot. And now Wigan get the first run. And Hampson is down, having made 5 yards. A fire from behind the play the ball. Gains a good 10 metres up to the halfway line. Wigan coming through from acting half-back. Tackling is fierce, tackling is solid. Martin Dermott, short pass. Wigan playing it tight, taking them on at the moment, trying to get supremacy in the forwards. A long one, Edwards, handing it on. Wigan can't get through the gap. Good low tackling, puts them down in the 5th tackle. Edwards doing a switch of direction, puts an overhead kick in, it's being chased, taken by Watson, and Watson gets out of the 1st tackle. Wigan following up well, a good move by Watson there, and the referee not happy, giving a penalty against Wigan. Judging that Wigan were offside, I think, from that kick. So relief for Northern 10 metres out from their own line. Not a good kick, but it finds touch, so it's safe. Wigan moving up to 10 metres from the tap penalty taker, and it's head down and bash. It's going to be tense and tough among these forwards. A player coming through without the ball. Wigan coming in, it turned inside well. Wigan cover is there, they're keeping it going. Good play by Northern. Dancing and jinking the way, keeping that ball alive. Good play by Northern. Wigan not smothering the man with the ball. Northern now trying to crash the way through. Gap almost opened up for them, then it was sealed. Northern throwing everything they've got at Wigan, and there's a lot of strength in these forwards. Wigan nearly intercepted the ball, but the referee is going to bring them back for the knock-on. Well, Northern had the best of those early exchanges. Fox to feed. Fox gets it out, long one to Summer, going across. Dummy, Wigan are in quickly, and that was good smother tackling. Ball made dead with the man who's had it. Turning inside, two Wigan players going in, one upstairs, one downstairs. But Northern with a lot of possession and using it well as they spread the ball across. Dummy run from Powell, Wigan don't take it, and Northern have bounced down 10 metres inside the Wigan half. But Northern with a lot of possession and using it well, coming in hard. Wigan coming out fast as they can to meet them. This is tense, storage stuff as it goes in. Little overhead kick there, that's a dangerous kick in the end up. It's too far, it's too far, it rolls dead. It doesn't roll dead. And Wigan have to play it dead. Well, the ball would not go. There was hesitation between Afai and Hampson, and that means Wigan have to give the ball back to Northern to hurl all they've got at them. A little bit of dithering there by the Wigan defenders, and it's Northern hot on this game now as Wigan come up to drop out. Imagine they'll try to drop out deep. Long one taken. Just inside the Wigan half. Great roll coming up from the Northern spectators, and Wigan having a bit of trouble putting down these big hefty players of Northern. They're using all the weight and the strength as they go inside, and they're testing the Wigan defence at the moment. Ball going across and Wigan having to wait. Coming in well, smothering man and ball in a nice position for a drop kick right in front of the post, and they're coming through from acting half-back on a lot of valuable ground in, and Wigan are under tremendous pressure here as Northern in these early stages. It's all Northern trying to batter the way over underneath the post. Wigan downing them in the fifth tackle. 5 metres out, right in front of the post, flung back for a drop kick. Oh, and it's a terrible attempt. An appalling kick, easy position, never rolls more than inches above the deck, and that's a let-off for Wigan. And Jason Robinson coming inside. Perhaps Wigan can settle down and get into some sort of rhythm. Now they've got the possession. Good dummy from behind to play the ball. Martin Dermott ploughing his way forward. Wigan finding it hard, and Northern coming in, hitting Wigan with everything they've got. Wigan, Dean Bell forcing his way forward. Wigan bunch very close together as they come through from behind to play the ball. Take it over the halfway line, dive it in the fifth tackle. Edwards, Harris there as he kicks, it's coming to Watson. Watson having to go back for it. The Wigan line moving up to the end goal area. A fire's up there, and a fire takes his man well and bounces him down. That was a good tactical kick by Wigan. And now it's Northern who are going to have to fight their way out of trouble as they've been pushed back for all their attacking. They're back in their own. That was good gain, good territory gained there by Bradford Northern. Tight from the play the ball, trying to turn it inside. Wigan are having none of it. Referee Holdworth screeching, get on with the game as the kick through goes behind the Wigan defence. Hampson should have this easily. He has a fire with him, he decides he's going on his own, and he loses the ball as he goes down, loses possession. Bad mistake by Wigan. No tackles gained from that, and the fierce out there. Hampson trying to make amends, goes in for a hard tackle. Wigan coming up, the ball's been slipped back, and Northern being pushed back in possession. Good defensive play by Wigan, but obviously Northern trying to keep this ball alive, coming hard, trying to go through. Wigan, arms lock the tackler, turned inside, kicking through to Wigan. Robinson going back for it, he's so safe. Played at full back against Northern, running wide, gets away from one tackle, straightens up and runs into a terrific tackle, and he's bounced down, but he's hard, he's tough as teak. Wigan moving it inside. Wigan not had a lot of possession to apply pressure, wasted some of it, coming away, they're not coordinated round the play the ball there, not seeming to know what's happening. Coming round the narrow side, there's only one player there and he can't keep his feet. Dermot not getting behind to play the ball at the moment, one wonders if he's injured. Now he gets it going. Wigan put the kick in behind the defence, straight to Watson. Watson running it out, he slips. And he's hurled back as the Wigan defenders go up. Simpson running wide across the 20-metre line, not gaining any ground at all, and the tackling is absolutely ferocious. Like running into a brick wall as they came battering the way forward. Wigan coming in, holding well, good clean tackling by as Dennis Betts goes in. Once again using the kick a lot and wondering if there's a win that way. Hampson watches it, lets it roll into touch. Nervous about taking it. Wigan push back to the 20-metre line, and so we come to the second scrum of the game, and this time it will be Edwards to feed. Ten minutes gone. Northern, I would think, have had slightly the better of the exchanges. The backs all over the place. The referee said they've gone round 180 degrees. Ball will have to go in again. A lot of weight in that Northern pack. Hanging in the pack, a long pass coming crossfield. Wigan playing dangerously in their own 20-metre area. Defenders coming quickly, and this time it's Wigan being forced back to their own try line. Plays the ball to himself, gains a lot of ground. Sensible play, Wigan regrouping. Wigan now coming away well, and there's some hard stuff going on. Not going to be easy to break the tackle. Out to Robinson. Robinson going inside. He's and they're hunting together, these players of Northerns. Bell behind the play the ball. Long pass. Edwards nicely sidestepped, dancing his way through. Can't get the ball out. Wigan go down in the fifth tackle. Flung back for the kick. Joe Lyne having to do a shimmy. He's going to get caught. Gets his kick in, but he was under pressure. Watson coming across for it. Anderson is there too, and Anderson said, as Hampson did, I'll let it go into touch. So Wigan, for the first time really, up in an attacking position, but it will be Fox to feed, and 9-1, Fox will get it out. In they go, and Fox does get it out, manages to get his pass in. Stanley trying to bust the way through, but the Wigan defence holds firm just outside the 20-metre. Shelford going across field, hands on, gets nowhere at all. Good, clean, scything tackle, cut him in two. And there's somebody flat out on the floor. The kick through, testing Hampson, takes in on his 20-metre line. Hampson going to the touch line, manages to stay in play. Fires, legs whipped from under him. Wigan now, the big men trying to batter the way through, can't get shut of the ball. Referee decides to stop the clock. Looks like a bad injury after that tackle. Calling for a stretcher for Dean Bell. Well, that's going to be a bad blow to Wigan. Went in hard into the tackle, didn't get up, and referee stops the game, and they send for the stretcher, and that's going to be a bad blow for Wigan. Probably put Philip Clark back to loose forward. flat perhaps into the second row. It looks a bad tackle so early on in this game. About 12-13 minutes of time gone, and this game has been really tough, and Dean Bell so hard and such an inspiration to the Wigan side as the captain. Wigan with 29 cup victories behind them, and Dean Bell looking very serious, and Keith Mills comes on as well to help the ambulance men. A great roar goes round the crowd. Whether he's aware of it, I don't know, but I think it's Sam Paniper who's going to come on in place of Dean Bell. Wigan on the halfway line, taking them on in the forwards now. Penalty to Wigan for stealing the ball. Very silly penalty to give away at a time when Wigan could be somewhat shaky, having lost the captain. Edwards taking over, and he's decided they're going to kick for goal. It's a long kick. Wigan were desperate to get points on the board. 5 metres in and probably 12 metres or so to the right of the post as he looks down to the end where all the Wigan crowd are packed. John Holdsworth sending the Chargers further back, making them get back the full 10 metres. Chargers have moved back again. Referee Holdsworth took his eye off them. This is a long kick for Frano Botica. 15 minutes showing on the scoreboard clock. Paniper, Frano Botica almost on the halfway line. Whistling, hooting. Paniper hits it. Terrible kick. Awful kick. Giving possession. Back to Northern. Wrestling away with Powell. Wigan forcing him down to the deck. Northern trying to come away from behind to play the ball. Battle away forward, 5 metres. Lining up very close to take this on the burst. Wigan coming in and hitting them. Shoulders going in. So tempers don't get too roused. Wigan tacklers coming in hard. That injury to Dean Bell may have inspired them even more. Powell coming across, he's cutting two. Couldn't get into his stride. Noble moving it across. Wigan catching him in possession. Ball's gone loose. Referee said it's all right. Charge down. Wigan are up on it. Edwards can't get to it. Ball's still loose. And it's back to 6 tackle, says the referee. And he's getting booed for that decision. Wigan spectators not happy. No, we're back to another 6 tackle. That's the second one. Northern trying to fight their way forward, and good tackling by Wigan holds them down. Northern now trying to move the ball cross field. Northern combining well. Referee signalling that 5 tackles have gone. Comes to Hobbs. Hobbs kicks a long one. Sits up for Hampson. He's going to have to run it out from his own 20 metres. And he meets stern opposition. Inside to a fire in midfield. Met by 3 defenders. He knocks them off. Still on his feet. Showing a lot of commitment to fire there. Wigan bunts round to play the ball. Bringing it away from acting half-back. But doing it the hard way. Wigan not cohesive at the moment. Can't get the moves together as the big men showing the strength. Taking on Northern. Could well tell eventually. Stamina and strength. Last minute tackle. Knocks Wigan down. Set up for the kick. Edwards puts it through. Looks a good kick. Coming. Watson Almost wrong-footed, having to run it out. Gets out of one tackle, and then he's buried on the 20-metre line. Simpson, a lot of room to move. Northern now using the ball, coming well from acting half-back. Noble. Short pass behind the defenders, and Wigan coming in. Referee's going to penalise them for a high tackle. A lot of booing and annoying from the crowd. Referee right on top of it, having a word with Edwards. Halfway through the first half, no points on the board yet. Nothing to be gained by Nattering. Hobbs to kick for touch down the Wigan right wing. Not a lot of ground gain, he only takes it just over the halfway line. But it's 6 more for. Little run around with Fox, bad pass and it come off. It bounced beautifully for him. A bad pass nearly caused a lot of trouble there as the ball rolled along the ground. Wigan having to do a tremendous amount of defending. Heyman moving it across. Northern turning it back into the middle, turning it back into trouble, making it easy for the Wigan defenders. Awkward grubber kick, sits up nice eventually for Wigan. Hampson now faced with defenders. Good running by Hampson, clears his 20-metre line. Wigan wanting to get on with it quickly, coming through from acting half-back. Referee says play on. A bit of call for obstruction, the referee didn't give it. Wigan coming away again well from behind to play the ball, but it's one-man rugby at the moment. Martin Dermott turns it inside. Wigan coming hard and straight up to the halfway line. Wigan coming round the narrow side. Philip Clark going down the middle. Good tackling, puts him down. That's 5 tackles gone. Comes inside, Edwards hoists a high one. Crossfield, that's an awkward one. A fire's up there. Who's going to get the bounce? A fire has it. It's been touched. That should be back to 1. What's the referee giving? Running over to it. Could well be a penalty. No, said it was the 6th tackle. Thought you'd probably hear the booing. Thought a Northern player touched it and knocked it back to a fire. But referee Holsworth not giving Wigan any advantage from that kick. Northern then 25 metres out. Wigan moving in quickly. Coming in well organised in defence, Wigan. Fox stretching them across. Wigan come in and snuff them out. Farrer doing some good defensive work, strong defensive centre, Andrew Farrer. Hobbs putting the kick in again. Hampson takes it well. Great roar from the crowd. The defensive line moves up well. Absolutely straight and solid. Wigan dropped from behind the play the ball, but knocked backwards. Bit sloppy behind the play the ball, Wigan. And Northern pinning Wigan down at the moment as it comes to Edwards. Edwards a short one. Wigan trying to go down the middle, and there's no alleyway there. There's no pass through. Comes to Edwards. Edwards dummies, trying to go through. Slips the ball back. Broken play. Wigan dancing the way through. Still going. Referee says that's 5 as Wigan line it up. Kick through, coming to Watson, takes it beautifully, coming hard onto it. So strong, turning and twisting, but eventually he's buried. This is a real battle of the cup tie we've got on here. Long arm goes out and drags him down. Little short one from the play the ball. Wigan coming in hard. Players not wanting to go down, staying up on the feet. And the gaps not appearing, the defence is holding rock solid. Wigan move up into the line out. Hanging Arms locked round the tackle and 5 tackles gone. Hobbs hoists a high one for Hampson and Robinson. Robinson takes it beautifully, running it out well, out to the far wing. But he didn't gain any ground. He took that one wonderfully under terrible pressure. Wigan back in their own 20-metre area. Keeping it going, Edwards turning and twisting, but Bradford are moving on to Wigan extremely quickly. Wigan finding it hard to get going. They're having to do it with brute force and bashing the way forward. Dermot bringing it away, short pass. Clark gaining valuable ground. Now the Wigan players coming in, keeping it moving, long pass. Can they get it out? Take man and ball, he did well to get that, he didn't have it taken off him. Read it well there, Northern. Edwards kicks again over the top behind the defence. Watson coming across for it. The Wigan line moves up. And that's a brilliant tackle. He managed to get his pass in. And there's a gap appearing. And eventually Wigan stitch it up. But Watson having a good game at fullback. Northern now coming hard at Wigan. Wigan not really having possession in good attacking position. A lot of this game in the Wigan half. Wigan are right in the line. And Paul Medley going off, number 13. No doubt it will be Heron who will come on. Northern now kicking into the Wigan area. Has Hampson touched him? He does, he's going to have to run it out. Brings it into the field of play. Gets it onto a fire dancing, twisting, but there's no way through. Another Wigan player receiving attention. Robinson, who's been the saviour of Wigan so often in this first half. Wigan finding it hard to get, now they're coming away down the field, battering the way forward, and they've lost the ball. Referee said it was stolen. Frano Botica been receiving attention, now back on his feet. Wigan on the halfway line. Head down, bash, crash away forward, 7 metres. Edwards waiting, first pass. To Edwards it goes, Platt wanting it, but he miss him out. Short one, there's no gap, it's well sealed by Northern. Wigan gonna need a flash of inspiration. Moving it out better now, they're forging the way forward. That looking a little bit more like Wigan. Northern line up very close as Wigan for the first time move the ball well along the line. There's no gap though, and they have to die with it. Wigan now stringing more passes together. Dermot inside to Platt. Platt crashing his way. 5 tackles gone just outside the 20-metre area. Switch of direction, Ed holding it, long pass coming out, Wigan going for the line, switch it inside, ball's loose, and that's the 6th tackle. Well, there was great danger there, that's the first time Wigan have threatened, and Northern back to 5 metres from their own line, and Wigan coming in quickly, they're going to try and pin them there now. Ginger is coming into it. They're all fired up now, but there's a gap nearly appeared. Oh, that's a good clearing run from half-back. Wigan were trying so hard to hold them there. Powell bringing it away, and they've come away well of the Northern forward when it looks as if Wigan might have got in. Now it's Northern spreading the ball across. Ball's been knocked back. Loose play going across to the far side. Well, that was good play by Northern from their own try line. They brought it away with fierce determination. 5 tackles gone almost on the halfway line. Flung back to Fox. Fox kicks. It's coming to Robinson going across for it. Is it going to roll dead? They were caught with this before, but this time over the dead ball line it goes. So we're back to 20 metres. Almost on the half hour. 28 minutes gone. Philip Clark bravely gains his 10 metres. Coming again from the play the ball. Wigan forward settling down now. Getting the measure of their opponents. Coming away. Caught attacked in half-back. Northern coming in well round the play the ball. Dennis Betts. Northern doing a tremendous stint of tackling. Tails up looking for the Wembley Towers. Out to Edwards, a long one from Edwards. There's no gap there for Wigan to go through. And the bounce down in the fifth tackle. And they're hitting Wigan very hard. Edwards having to change direction to make his kick, and he spots it nicely. But it's coming to Watson, picks it up well. Watson taking on the defenders, running straight at them. Down he has to go. Northern playing more of a defensive role now. Wigan being in their territory quite a lot in this last 10 minutes. Early stages it was all Northern coming back into the... running straight into the Wigan defenders. Ball's loose on the floor. But it's Northern who regained possession. Coming back into the centre, taking the Wigan forwards on. Fox putting a kick behind the defence. Beautifully taken by Robinson. Robinson running crossfield again, straightens up, but well tackled, low and hard. Wigan now persisting out to the fire wing. Points are going to be awfully hard come by today. Doesn't look like a 70-pointer, this one. Edwards going down the middle, running into trouble, trying to draw in the defenders. As Dermot coming over. Dermot, quick pass. Wigan a bit thin out on that left wing. They're all bunched in the middle. Let the ball go. There's a gap if they can get it moving. Once again they go down in the fifth tackle. Joe Lydon has to hesitate to kick. Been touched as it goes in the in-goal area. Wigan going up. You're going to force him inside, and that's a great tackle. A tremendous tackle. And the referee goes right over to it, awarding a penalty for an incident in that tackle. An offside incident there at the play the ball, and this should be Wigan's chance with 31 minutes on the board. Chance here for Botica. He's had one attempt so far, which was absolutely terrible for a kicker of his calibre. Hobb also tried a drop goal early on, and that was a disaster too. And Wigan have gradually, slowly, relentlessly, remorselessly have clawed the way back into this game. They could well have been shaken after Dean Bell was carried off with what seemed a very bad injury. And Botica here with a chance to put Wigan into the lead after they've withstood tremendous pressure from the Northern attack. Northern have thrown everything at them. It's like bedlam behind the post as Botica comes up to kick into the crowd, lifts it, and he's missed it. Oh dear, those you cannot afford. They should have backheeled that over. He didn't get under it properly. Let off for Northern, have they sent a deep one? Coming to Hampson, on the halfway line, going down the middle, still going. Well, Wigan clinging to this 29 run of successes, missing 2 easy goal kicks. Wanting to get on with it, Wigan saying there's lying on, as Dermot hands it on, Platt crashing his way forward. Northern keeping a close eye on him as Edward dancing his way through, his feet go from under him. Must be very slippy out on that pitch. Soccer pitch, of course, have much narrower ground. Wigan looks as if they weren't ready for that then. Are they going to line up the drop here? Could well be. It goes, yes, drop kick. Takes it now, and it's hit the post. and gone dead, getting in goal area and thrown over the dead ball line. Well, Wigan not having the rub of the green there. Little bit of a shimmy there as he set himself up for the drop kick, and it hit the post. But Wigan are right back in this game now. Chance for another 6 tackles as they come up to drop out. Taken cleanly. Philip Clark going so strongly. Good run by Clarkey. Dermot. Wigan going through from behind to play the ball. They weren't really organised. As Edwards comes up, Edwards a short one. Back to Edwards. Edwards handed on. Wigan have lost the ball. Referee says play on. It wasn't stolen. Powell bringing it away. Well, that's a let-off for Northern. Now get the ball. Wigan in quickly and around that. Play the ball like lightning. Acting half-back, running cross-field, gaining nothing at all. Wigan hurl him down. There's tremendous spirit out on that field. Hobbs putting in the kick, and it's a good kick, and it's gone into touch. Well, it looks as if he'd found the gap behind the Wigan defence, but it was too far, and over the touchline, and it will be Edwards to feed. Not been many scrums in this game. That shows the standard of the handling. Edwards puts it in. Edwards gets it out. Botica holding it. Wigan trying to go through on the burst. Jumping the way through, and they couldn't get it to a fire. They made the gap, and then it was sealed. If only he could have got it. He made a beautiful gap head, holding it. Long pass coming out. Betts going for the line, and he's well tackled. Side to Edwards. Edwards running crossfield, sees a gap, tries to go through it. Wigan line up again for the drop, I think. Fires in the middle. He's a drop goal man. Wigan dummying, batting the way to the line. 5 metres out. Can they get anything on the board? A long pass out to the wing. Betts can't get moving. Turns it inside. Robinson faced with defenders, and he's crunched down in the 5th tackle. Panoper behind to play the ball to Edwards. Edwards, a long ball. Can they keep it moving? Picked up. Turning inside. They're going to get caught in the last tackle. They dropped the ball. Overhead kick. Watson takes it, and he's caught. But that was tremendous attacking by Wigan. And Northern fearlessly bringing it away. But Wigan threw everything at them there. Few minutes to go to half-time. And Wigan are back in this game. Not on top, but they're right back in this game. Three minutes to go to half-time. And the last 10 minutes have been Wigan's. One wonders if this pressure will tell in the last quarter. But it's been so tight this first half. Wigan will want to hold them here. And that's been lost. Wigan have possession. Our nerves beginning to creep into this Northern side. Wigan giving them the treatment now as Edwards hands it on. And these players are regularly losing the footing. It must be this soccer pitch with its very closely cropped grass. Players slipping all over the place. Wigan coming down the right wing side. Philip Clark decided going for the line. Dermot across, Platt driving in like a tank. Wigan will be desperate to get points as Dermot goes through from acting half-back. Edwards 5 metres out. 5 tackles gone, says the referee. Joe Lydon's there. Can they get it to him? Have they wasted it? Ball's loose. Picked up by Lydon. Lydon hoists a high one, a nasty one in the in-goal area, and it's too far, and it's a let-off. Wigan not organised there, and they take a quick tap. Wigan caught napping a bit there as Northern let off there after all that pressure. 2 minutes to go to half-time. Northern now coming into the game. They've withheld all that Wigan could throw at them there for 10 minutes. Can Northern do something now before half-time? They come back into the middle, keeping this ball alive. Long arms go out and wrap round the man with the ball. Northern looking a bit slow and cumbersome as Wigan come into the tattle. To Fox. Fox hands a long one. Wigan are in like... And it's come off. It's a quick slip pass. Strength and power. Push it up to the halfway line. And that's 5 tattles gone as it comes to Fox. Fox kicks through. They should be covered. Hampson takes it well in these dire minutes. And now it's Wigan back on their own 20-metre line with a minute to half-time to a fire. A fire beats one man, dancing his way through, gets his pass in. Wigan are up again. He's got Robinson with him. Dummies Robinson going for the line, streaking inside. He's lost his footing. Wigan keeping him as he goes to Robinson. Robinson players slipping and sliding all over the place. Wigan up to Edwards. Edwards going for the line. He has support. Edwards is going on his own. He's 5 metres out. A fire's up there with him. Right under the post. A fire. Fire turning and twisting. Still going. What are Wigan going to do here? Betts coming up, shoving Edwards out of the way. Betts going to go on his own. Gets his pass in to Platt. Platt lets it go. Ball's loose. Wigan still have it. And it's Robinson who's going inside. And it's Robinson still going. And he's going to score. And he's held inches short. Inches short. It's Robinson. Tremendous attack by Wigan. Ball shoots out of his hands. Referee says play on. Has Oldham come away? 40 minutes on the clock and Wigan just could not get the ball over. But Wigan right back in this game now. And the Wigan chant starts up. They come in hard. And there's no way past that defence. Playing in injury time now. They turn back inside and Wigan holding Northern at the moment. 5 tackles gone. Hobbs puts the kick in. Robinson takes it on the touchline. He's had a great game as Jason Robinson, and he was within millimetres of scoring. Can Wigan pull it out now as Edwards moves it across the field? Wigan try to come down the middle. Well, that was excitement upon excitement. Wigan going hard down the left wing, coming back inside, still fighting away. Out to Edwards. Edwards changing direction. Wigan keeping it with him. A big overlap if they can get it going. And it's turned inside. Wigan going for the line and the cover comes across. Puts them down. Wigan still going. Edwards moves it out. Up to Robinson. He's gone out. He's lost the ball. He's lost the ball. And Wigan almost over again. But Wigan starting to make the gaps. And it's all Wigan at the moment. Piling pressure upon pressure on this Northern defence. But it's holding tenuously, but it's holding. Fox feeds. Fox gets it out, moving it across. This will be tight. Wigan down in them 20 metres out. Long period of injury time, of stoppage time. Northern playing it very steady and very safe. Moving it wide out to the right wing as Wigan holding. There goes the hooter. A first half of tremendous tension and closeness and excitement. Wigan been the nearer to scoring, but you've got to get that ball down. Missed 2 kicks which should have given them 4 points, and on at least 3 occasions have been millimetres from that line, a line which they could not breach, and so they go off 0 each at half-time. Well, 80 minutes to go then, and still all even Stevens. The ball comes into the Wigan 20-metre area. Wigan had the better of the exchanges at the end of that half, and here comes Philip Clark, driving his way forward. Martin Dermott, quick change of direction as Platt hands it onto Farah. Farah fighting his way forward. Martin of Fire coming up to the play of the ball, moving it inside. Wigan have fought the way forward. Kamar Dermott looking for support. Wigan moving it. A bit thin out on that wing as a force back into the centre. And the referee judging a knock-on. Wigan force the way into the northern half, and the northern supporters getting behind the team as Fox feeds. Fox a long one to Summers. Summers moving it cross field. Wigan defenders move in. Pack breaks up quickly. Players spread out. Long wide pass on to Marchant. Marchant going inside. Nowhere for him to go. Wigan barring all passage through. Not a lot of speed of drive in those moves as Fox moves it across. Fox running around. Almost made the opening, but Wigan stitched it up well. Lining up. Trying to come down the middle. 5 tackles gone, says the referee. Hampson moving crossfield. Fox. Awkward cross kick there to Hampson. Sits up nicely for him. Hampson running it out. Skull dragged. Nice kick that by Fox. Robinson so good behind the play. The ball coming away well. Tends to run a little bit wide. Now it's a Fire's turn. Fire moving it inside. Wigan clearing the 20-metre line immaculately. Quick play the ball, setting up trouble here. Wigan can keep it moving. And good defensive play by Northern. Snuffed Wigan out. Wigan coming onto it quickly. Philip Clark running right back into the rock. Wasted tackle. Can Wigan get the kick in? It comes to Edwards. He changes direction. Lydon bangs it down the field anywhere. Watson coming across for it. In the in-goal area, the Wigan line of defenders is up, and he's dead. And he slips the ball, lets it go. Very dangerous that. All the Wigan defenders were up there. Wigan piling in now, 10 metres out. Wigan crowd getting behind them. They come round onto the acting half-back, and he's buried. Have Northern got the strength and the fitness? They'll come back into this game. That was a long pass. Wigan defenders coming in, holding them as they force their way up in the 5th tackle, up to the 20-metre line. Set up for the kick. Awkward one for a Fire. Takes immaculately. Trying to go round the outside, coming inside. Arm taken and he swung round. Did well to get it though, did the right thing. Wigan moving inside. A little bit of hesitation, being forced wide. Wigan need to settle down now and get organised as they come through from acting half-back. Danger there as they come surging down the field. Northern line up very close as Edwards holds it. Short pass, can't get through. Wigan backing up well there. Slow behind the play the ball. Edwards running it out, bringing a fire into the middle. A fire lobs it back. Wigan moving it out. Little kick through, put in. Up to the line, and it's nobbled him over the in-goal area. And so it's a drop out under the post. Good play by Wigan there. Mounting pressure on Northern. Edwards did well in a tight situation. Wigan with a chance of another 6 tackles. Short one. Fire takes it. Fire going out. Up to the 20-metre line. Farrow with him. Wigan using the big guns. Coming up quickly, Dermot to Edwards. Edwards across the line. Wigan trying to crash the way through. Long pass by Wigan. Straightening up. Defence holding firm, 5 metres out. Long pass, well taken. Wigan going through, the gap's not sealed up at the last minute. 5 gone. Out to Edwards. Edwards holding it, turning it back inside. Low ball being lobbed about. Quickly out. There's a big overlap. Wigan going for the line. And they're in. They're in. Hampson's in at the corner. And Wigan take the lead. Eventually they cracked them. They kept that ball alive. They whipped it about. That lovely move earlier on where the little kick went in the corner caused all the damage. They had to drop out for another 6 tackles, and Wigan spread it across, and the defence was paper thin, and Hampson goes in. 6 minutes of this half gone. Wigan going to a 4 points to 0 lead, and that must boost the confidence no end. The angelic chorus goes up at the Wigan end. Cherry and white voices raised in joy. It's been a lot of agony, but eventually the ecstasy came. 40 minutes of agony, 6 minutes of ecstasy. It's been all Wigan this 6 minutes. Boddicker now going to try and make it 6. Hits it well. And over. 6 points to 0. Well, after 2 duck egg tries, that is a fantastic kick by Franol Boddicker. 7 minutes gone, Wigan 6. Can they keep the momentum going? And the Wigan cry goes up as Wigan now coming into their own, where they belong, on the trail to Wembley. But this game is a long way from over yet. Philip Clark, such a tower of strength. Had a great game, Jason Robinson. Wigan coming hard onto it now, the gaps are coming. Wigan over the halfway line. Andy Platt tearing them apart. Up to Edwards, onto a fire. Wigan going down the middle again. And Wigan are hammering it home now as they surge up to the 20-metre line. And this is the Wigan all, the Wigan we know. Edwards moving it across, the gap's there. Wigan going again for the line. And they held a metre out. And gaps are opening like the Mersey Tunnel. 5 metres out, 5 tackles gone. Little grubber kick and it's covered. And Wigan bounce them down right underneath the post. But Wigan are on song. Has it brought away well? And the referee giving a penalty. Giving a penalty. Right underneath the post. Referee having a word. Very foolish, right near your own line, under your sticks, giving away a petty penalty. Wigan now the 6 point to lead and throwing everything they have with skill and guile and vigour. 50 minutes showing on the clock and the riot act being read at length. And Botica having kicked one from the touchline, surely cannot miss this one, right in line with the posts. 6 points to nil. Wigan must be fancying the chances for the 6th trip to Wembley as the touch judges go behind the post. There's a lot of sand on the ground, and I think this is also contributing to the players losing the footing and the difficulty of kicking goals. In parts, it's a little bit like Blackpool Beach. Frano Botica then, been kicking so well this season. I'd not like him to miss 2. Then he kicks a beauty, and he should flirt this one over. Round the corner and flirts it over, he does. 8 points to nil. What a turnaround. 51 minutes showing, and Wigan got new life in the legs now, and it must be hammer blows for Northern. Ten minutes ago they were in with a chance, now they're 8 points behind. Wigan then up to the 20 metres, happy to go down with it. Dermot, so sure. Platt, such a grafting player. Valuable 10 metres. Edwards very close to play the ball, but Wigan go the other way. And these forwards getting right on top now. Wanting a quick play, Edwards moving it on. Wigan taking them on in the middle. Gaps ominously starting to appear. Once again Wigan go charging down. Powerful bets. Dumming with it, still on his feet. Taking 3 men to put him down. From behind the play the ball, Edwards. Oh, it's a high one for Watson. And he's followed it up. Watson takes it. Ooh, and I can hear the crunch. The crowd loved that as Watson was buried. Took it well. But Wigan were up there, Edwards following his kick, and they hit him, and they hit him hard. Wingman being brought into the middle. And territorially at the moment, it's all Wigan. Northern still battling the way out of trouble. Wigan a bit bunched in the middle. As Powell running wide. Coming strongly. Took a lot of putting down. I think that's 5 gone as it comes across. There's the kick. Hampson coming across. Takes it, he has a fire with him. Hampson going into the middle and he's well tackled. Simpson coming in, a fire in the middle of the field. Knocks off one. Does a good job. Another Northern player down. Strain beginning to tell now. As the Wigan forwards come turning onto straight down the middle, good cocky. He going for the line. He drowned Watson, looking for support, couldn't get rid of it. Great run by Clough. A fire dummying, going back in the middle. And Simpson decided he's going to give some hammer. Went in, and he went in. He hit a fire hard. And the referee get awarded the penalty. To Northern, bit of relief for them. Northern now, some of the players, and another substitution being made by Northern. Some of them. And Taylor is coming off. Marchand, I think it is going off. And Taylor Taylor is coming on, Marchant going off. Marchant been playing right centre. Well, touch is safely found halfway between the halfway line and the northern 20-metre line. Be Noble to try and get his forwards coming onto it, and it's head down the bash. Wigan wrap them up with ease. Powell wanting it on the burst, grovels his way forward, one man at a time. They're coming up Wigan at the moment. Hobbs now coming straight and hard. Philip Clark, who's had a magnificent game, made a tremendous run a few minutes, so Fox with it, trying to come into the middle, and he's absolutely buried. Northern coming hard at wing, the ball's been dropped. The referee going to give the knock on, lets it play on. Well, that's an odd decision, but however, he's the man in charge. Wigan stood and looked at it, didn't know whether they should pick it up or not. 5 gone, says the referee. There comes a high up and under. Hampson's coming for it, and he takes it. On the trampoline, onto Edwards. Edwards onto a fire. A fire faced with opposition, beats it. Still going. Good running by a fire from practically nothing, from a standing start. Out to Edwards. Edwards handing it on. Wigan dummying. Through the gap. Turning down the right wing. Can they keep it moving? Oh, and they knock on with the line wide open. Great break down the right. Wigan look as if they're going to bring Cowie on. Well, Wigan finding the gaps. That should have been another 4 points. The opening was there. All they had to do was take the pass. Be Fox to feed. Break almost on. Wigan wanting a fresh pair of legs on the field. Northern, fortunately for Wigan, decided they're going to go down the middle. Wigan a bit thin out on the left wing defensively, and Northern go the other way out to the right, and Wigan snuff them out. Ball's lost. Wigan have it. Strong tackle, 1 possession. Wigan now forcing the way down the right wing. Shoulder goes in, battering the way forward. Game a little bit off the boil at the moment, but it's Wigan in the attack, in the ascendancy, going straight forward. Long wide pass, going down the middle. Wigan moving it across, bringing it back inside, dancing and jinking. Farah going hard. Nice running by Farah. Wigan turning for the line, and right underneath the post, a yard out, spreading it across, keeping it moving. And Edwards it is, drops the goal cheekily. 58 minutes gone. Wigan 9, Northern 0. Well, when you're down there, you might as well get something for all your efforts. In the last quarter of this game then, 20 minutes still left. Wigan leading by 9 points to 0. And unless there's some ghastly mistake made, Wigan should win this one. A lot of fire and determination in this Wigan side now. Each player making a tremendous amount of territory with the ball. Edwards line very flat. A lot of mauling in the play of the ball. Dermot hands it on, and the Wigan forward said, we're taking command of this game, as they batter the way up to the halfway line. And they've dropped it. Loose possession. Loose play by Wigan. Northern now, not giving up. Turn Wigan, have funneled them back into the middle, and they're trying to come down the middle. Desperate hands go out to clutch in the tattle. Northern will stick at it. They're not going to give up a chance of a Wembley appearance lightly. Northern moving it out wide. Fox handing it on. Gap down the middle, nearly through. Wigan have intercepted. And the referee says, it's gone forward. He's going to give offside, yes. Was touched by a Wigan player, caught by a player in front of him. A chance here for Northern to get 2 points back. Decider having a tap. Going to go batter the way onto the Wigan 20-metre line. Wigan are going to have to hold tight here. Little slip up there, put Northern back into the driving range. And driving forward they are hard. Going to try and batter the way over the Wigan line. Out to Fox, Fox doing a switch. Wigan come out rapidly, hold them and put them down. Once again the stretch wide and Wigan come out like lightning. Northern now throwing it all at the Wigan try line. Fox moving it across, hands it on. Little short one. Wigan defence holds solid. Can they withstand this now? Short one going for the line and he's over! He's over! Northern have pulled full-back. Simpson with power and drive cracks the Wigan defence. Wigan having given away an unfortunate offside penalty. Simpson with power and strength drives his way over with 61 minutes on the clock to make it now 9 points to 4. And Hobbs with an easy one. Well, Northern never been in the game really for the last 20 minutes. Suddenly come to life and the Wigan defence cracked. Well, it looked all on Wigan intercepting a pass there, and they gave away an offside penalty, and from it Northern battered away at the Wigan line and Simpson drove his way over. And that's 6 points to Northern. And so we still have a semi-final on our hands. When it looks as if Wigan might romp away with it, Northern coming right back into it. Well, this is a game of great excitement. Hampson, surprising how fortunes can change. Hits it hard, taken cleanly, little slip. Wigan come up solidly in defence. They're a grafting team, Northern. They'll stick at it. They try to crash their way through the Wigan defence. Not pretty stuff to watch, but they're handling the ball well now. Trying to batter them. The ball's gone loose. Wigan have snapped it up. Had they the speed to go? No. But that was a bad mistake. A lucky mistake for Wigan. Now it's Wigan on the attack. Doing the run around. Going hard for the line. And held a yard short. Wanting a quick play. Edwards hands it on. Once more Wigan trying the hard way. Battering away at the line. Out to Edwards. Edwards turning and twisting. There's a gap a mile wide. And it's sealed. Wigan can keep it moving for an overlap. And they're over. They're over. No, referee disallowed it. Oh, back to the 20-metre line. Lost the ball over the line. Wigan coming in hard, fighting desperately now. Northern grafting away. Forwards ploughing the way over the 20-metre line. Wigan are in quickly, forcing Northern back. These last 20 minutes are going to be a test of stamina and character. Wigan so strong, got a great defence, but it cracked once this half. Here comes the kick. Hampson having to go across for it. It's a good kick. Almost up to the Wigan 20-metre line. 9 points to 5, 9 points to 6, 15 minutes to go. Wigan pushed back after they'd had a long spell down in the northern 20-metre area. Edwards to feed. Crowd rising to both sides. Been hard up there in that pack. Pack's wheeling all over the place. Scrum reforms. Ball's in. Edwards out. Onto Botica. Botica trying to go down the middle and his feet go from under him. Wigan making ground solidly. Going to be carried over the touchline. Bad mistake by Wigan. Not playing out the tattles. Well, this is what test of nerve now. Be Fox to feed. Packs all over the place. Try to go round the narrow side. Wigan not lined out. Ball's moved across the field. Wigan snuffed them out. But Northern hot on the attack. These big men battering the way forward again. Can the Wigan line hold as they move it across field? Wigan fighting for every yard of territory as these big lads of Northern come charging down the middle. Ball's loose. Wigan are up quickly on it. 5 tackles gone. Wigan came in on some rather sloppy play. Fox moving it across. A high up and under that's not gone very far. A fires there, takes it well, and he's away. Oh, they hang on to an ankle. They caught his shoestring, his shoelace. Wigan coming hard down the field. And a battle is on, and what a battle it is, as Betts hands it on to Edwards. Edwards moving it across. Wigan decide it's a forward's job. Well, a fire was almost away then. Edwards handing it on. Wigan going straight down the field, the shortest distance. Edwards dancing the way through. Can he get it to Edwards? And Wigan are flattened in the last tattle. Out to Edwards. Edwards going to hoist it. Watson's under it. Wigan have to going to give him 10 yards. He's running it out, and he's put down on his own 20-metre line. And Hearts must be beating fast. And Northern go cross field. Keeping the ball alive. No ground being killed. They run wide, flick it back into the middle, and there's a gap down the middle. And Wigan backpedal, snuff it out. The nerves must be like violin strings out there as they keep watching. The referee lets it go. The ball's on the deck, and there's a big overlap down as they come out to this wing, come into the middle. And Wigan managed to halt to the movement, but Northern are giving it everything they've got at the moment as they send a wide pass out. Wigan not putting the men down at the moment, and Wigan will be glad to have got hold of their hands on that one. They were struggling there for a while. They need to settle down, play it a little bit safe, take it down the field, and the acting half-back going well, trying to force his way through. Every yard so valuable at the moment, and that's good, hard, straight running. Edwards waiting for the first pass. He doesn't get it. They're going through from half-back. 5 gone. And now Wigan let the ball, now's the high, up and under. Watson's under it, takes it well. Wigan put him down. Wigan nearly caught there from acting half-back. Now Northern in their own 20-metre area, and Wigan going to get penalised, and they've opened their mouths and they're penalised again. 10 minutes to go, they need to keep the nerve. Double penalty. Touch has been found, 10 metres short of the halfway line. 3 points in it. Wigan spectators starting to chant. They've 9 minutes to go to get to Wembley. 3 points advantage as the big men come charging in, the tank battalions powering the way forward. Those legs must be very weary out there, and he did well to hang on to that. Ball coming across the line, being turned back into the middle, keeping it moving. Wigan coming up and holding them, forcing them back. Northern finding it hard to make territory, to make ground, get past the gain line, coming away from acting half-back, and he probably wishes he hadn't, as he was thumped down to the deck. Northern coming away now. Little kick through. Sitting up for Hampson. He's going to have to run it out. Picks it in the in-goal area. Running crossfield. Throwing him off. And he goes down with it. We're going to have to be careful. Turn it inside to a fire. A fire sees a gap. Referee says it wasn't high. Wigan coming through from acting half-back. Our most invaluable run that was. Edwards inside to Betts. And Betts has lost it. Terrible, terrible mistake by Dennis Betts. Gives it back to Northern in the Wigan half. And they're coming through from acting half-back. Turning it back into the middle. Edwards going up, hanging on to his man. And down he has to go. Northern coming hard at Wigan. Wigan going, down him. Referee penalising Wigan in the tackle. Northern player being carried off. And Northern going to take the tap. No, they're kicking for touch, and they found it. And they're in a great attacking position, 15 metres out. Can Wigan hang on? 29 victories behind them. 7 minutes to go. And a little ruse going to be worked here. Not worked very quickly, but it's Northern with the ball. 15 metres out, and the big men are coming in. Wigan upending them. Have they got the strength? One desperate last-ditch effort to spread the ball across. And Simpson again going hard for the line. 10 metres out. Ball lobbed across, there's a big overlap. The ball's gone away. Wigan are on it. Can't get hold of it. It's still Northern. 15 metres out. Moving it across the line. A long pass. A fire going for his man. Takes him, holds him, and that's 5 tackles gone. Now, what are we going to see? A long one goes across. Can Wigan hold them? Can they put them down in the tackle? And they have done. Wigan with 6 tackles to go. 15 metres out. Caught attacked in half-back. Still on the feet, taking it away. A brave, brave clearance. Wigan coming away from acting half-back, fighting for every yard of territory. 6 minutes to go as they come through again from acting half-back, almost up to the halfway line. Wigan surging down the field, taken play into the northern half, looking for the kick. Joe Lydon tries a long-range drop goal. It's short, but it's an awkward one. Watson having to run it out, and he's met by a solid defence. 5 metres out from the northern line. Can Wigan hold them there? Coming in hard, coming in fast from round the play of the ball. What a final semi-final we're having here as this game ebbs and flows. And Northern fighting totally, coming away, trying to come down the Wigan middle, and Wigan hanging on for dear life. 5 minutes to go, Northern in their own 25, 3 points behind, turning it back into the middle. Gap nearly on, ball's been lost and Wigan have it. Weariness creeping in. Wigan in possession, moving it across the field. Hampson running hard and straight up to the 20-metre line, right in front of the post. Wigan running it through from acting half-back, keeping possession, turning back inside. They might as well hang on to this ball for dear life. Perhaps a drop goal coming up, right in front of the post, 5 metres out. Is it going to be the big men? Turn back inside. Wigan bashing and banging the way through. Drop the ball. 76 minutes showing on the clock. We're going to have a scrum down, vital scrum. Can Wigan hold them here for 4 minutes? 4 minutes can be an eternity. Fox to feed. Out the Wigan side, doing the run around. Botica hands it on. Wigan move it across and they're going to score. They've sealed it. Wigan will one ahead against the head. What a vital scrum to win. One against the head in the dying minutes. Edwards out to Botica. Lovely run by Botica. Thorough with a safe pair of hands. Squeezes over the line. Wigan 13, Northern 6, and that must be Northern out of this semi-final. And Wigan gone to Wembley for the 6th successive time. 30 cup runs on the trot. What a fantastic performance they put up against tremendous opposition. But this has been a great win for Wigan, having lost the captain Dean Bell so early in the game, and they've had to battle. What great character these men have shown. What great determination. What tremendous commitment. And what an ovation they're getting at the far end of the ground as they fight their way again to Wembley. 78 minutes showing on the scoreboard as Frano Botica 5 metres in from this left-hand touchline. 13 points to 6 to Wigan. Northern must be absolutely shattered. They've played so hard, they've stuck at it so well. They've given Wigan some rough moments, but here comes Frano Botica, hits it, and it looks a beauty! 15! What a kicker! What a tremendous kicker! 15 points to 6. Two fantastic goals he's kicked this afternoon. Well, these great cup fighters, that's a short one. Wigan have it. Might as well stuff it up the jumpers now. There they come onto the ball. And Steve Hampson named as man of the match. Edwards, short one. Andy Platt, tower of strength. of fire dancing of Ludenham, hands the ball on. Wigan through the gap, going for the line, turn it inside. Keep that little kick too far. Made dead. Drop out from under the post, and the scoreboard showing 80 minutes. Wigan right on top now. Drop out from under the northern post. Man of the match, dummied as if he's going to drop a goal, decides he'll run it out. Runs into the defence. Wigan handing off from behind the play the ball. What tremendous running. Crowd loved that one. And Wigan drop the ball short of the line. Northern have it. In injury time now in the Northern Territory. Wigan. And a tremendous victory roar goes up. What a noble victory in a tremendous semi-final. A great credit to Rugby League. A great credit to both these sides. A clean, hard-fought game. Wigan march on victorious to Wembley. Winners in this tremendous semi-final. Winners by 15 points to 6.
Sometimes, you know, you can like